All right, so today we are looking at how to do the pen tool in photopea. All right, so first let me start off showing you what the pen tool looks like in a program like Illustrator and kind of things that you can do with it. And then we're going to break down a very simple version of it in photopea. Now you can do more with it than what I'm going to show you today in photopea, but I'm just kind of showing you some foundation here. So the concept of the pen tool, this is Illustrator, so you don't have this unless you have Illustrator, in which case, congratulations. So the concept here is the pen tool. And so when you use the pen tool, I'm gonna get rid of my artboard. When you use the pen tool and you just click and let go, you get something that is called an anchor point, all right? So you have an anchor point there, and if I go out again and I just click again, then I get another anchor point. So I have just made a straight line between these two pieces using the pen tool to create an anchor point, all right? And that's really kind of the basic building blocks of a lot of Illustrator. But what happens is, imagine that you had two people in a room and they were started at different places and they were walking to the same place, but then one of them had to walk around a table or something like that, okay? So the starting point and the ending point might have been the same, but the path that they took was different, all right? So you can do that with these anchor points. Anchor points, very basic, click, click, straight line, all right? But what gets interesting is when you have it and you can click, and I'm holding down before I drag out, and you can do this in photopea also, holding as I drag out, and that gives me a curve, okay? When I click and hold and drag out, then it pops up with these things called handles, and the handle gives you, this is called a Bezier curve, all right? So you can do a couple different things with this that we're gonna get into later. I'm really just trying to introduce you to a concept of all you gotta really understand is it's anchor points, and then if you click and drag out, you get a Bezier curve. And so the way it works in photopea is a little bit different than it is in Illustrator, so we're gonna go over to that, all right? So to find this file that I'm using, it's in our Schoology page on week 12, Trust No One. Go into the photopea folder, and I have this JPEG that is called Connect the Dots, okay? Now, I got this off of Google, and I appreciate the artist who made this, and I don't know who it is, otherwise I would give you credit. I'm sorry I stole your stuff. All right, so so all I did was, and guys, you just two-finger click if you don't have a mouse, and we're gonna talk about that in just a second. Right-click, copy image if you do have a mouse, which you should. All right, and then when I go to New Project, it's already copied that. I'm gonna name this Dots. We're gonna leave everything else the same, hit Create, and then Control-V, okay? That is the same as every other thing that we have done. Nothing really changed there. We just got the picture and we pasted the picture, that's it, okay? So I'm gonna go over to my pen tool, which is just below the letter T, all right? And I'm going to just click and click, just like we did before, all right? And when I click, 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 it is making a shape that is red on the inside with nothing on the outside. I can tell that because my fill color is there and my stroke is there, okay? So the fill color is what's inside. So I'm gonna go back, Control Z to go back, and I wanna change this. So I'm gonna make my fill color be the Alabama flag, and I'm gonna make my stroke be red. And I'm getting a phone call, and we're not gonna talk to them right now, even though it's my wife, and I love her. So that is red, we are good. All right, so now as I draw out, it is doing the exact same thing. It's making that shape, but it's making it a red outline, okay? Control Z to go back, just showing you what it is. All right, so that's fine. Now we're set up to be able to make our drawing, all right? And click on number 1, number 2, number 3, just like you did in kindergarten, okay? The problem is, this assignment is also about you learning how to go and move around, all right? When you play a video game, one of the first things they do is they say, hey, let's make sure that the calibration is right. And they're like, move around, up, down, jump, okay? Whatever it is that you got, they teach you the controls to be able to move around in that world. Same is true in Illustrator and all these other programs, right? So if you don't have a mouse, I highly recommend getting a mouse. You need a mouse to do a lot of stuff in this, okay? But if you don't have a mouse, you can do Control plus to zoom in. Nope, I'm on the wrong thing. Let me make sure I'm selected. Okay, you can do Control plus to zoom. Really? It's gonna not do it now because it hates me. I shouldn't have to be on the layer. Nope. I'm going up and down the thing there. I don't know what's going on. Normally you can press Control plus and Control minus to zoom in and out. I don't know why it's not doing for me now. We're not going to figure that out because I don't like doing it that way anyways. You also can use the magnifying glass to zoom in, and this is better because you can zoom in on the specific area that you're trying to work on. All right. So I don't know why the other one's not working for me, but that's fine. The way that I prefer to do it, I've got my just regular move tool here. I'm just any of these tools. And if you hold down Alt, which is right next to the space bar, Alt and scroll up on a mouse, it'll zoom in, and scroll down on a mouse, it'll zoom in. And the nice thing is it zooms in on where your mouse is. So if I want to look at number 90, I can zoom in on that, okay? And then the other thing you'll see me do is I press down on Spacebar. You see how that changes my cursor to a hand when I change that? So now I can move it around, okay? And this is not moving the document. This is moving my view, okay? So I'm zooming in and out. And imagine like you've got a little paper towel roll when you're a kid and you're looking around, okay? So it's kind of like that. So I'm super zoomed in here, and there's other stuff around me, and I'm just looking through these binoculars, right? And I'm moving around to see what's going on, but I'm not actually moving the document, okay? So that's important, all right? So let me go back over here, bring myself up here. So I'm pressing to zoom in and out, Spacebar to move around in the document, all right? Go back to my pen tool. I know that its fill color is Alabama, and the stroke color is red. So I'm going to click 1, 2, 3 is over here. Where's 4? I don't know. Let me zoom out, Alt, scroll down. Hey, there it is. Spacebar, move up, number 4. Zoom out a little bit more. Hey, there's 5 down there. Okay, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this assignment, I'm not going to do all of it, okay, because I want you to see what it is as you are doing this picture, all right? But this assignment, you are going through and finding things. You're having to find where the numbers are. You're using the pen tool. So I can tell from this assignment that you know how to navigate within the program, and you understand how to change the color of this, and you understand how to draw a straight line using the pen tool. All right, we'll get into how to use the pen tool to make curved lines later, and we'll also talk about how you can go back and take a line that is straight and modify to a curved line if you want to. You can add anchor points. There's a lot of stuff that you can do, both in Illustrator and in photopea, all right? So it's actually, I've been pretty happy with photopea and what it's been allowing us to do. So, but that's what I want. Main thing is Alt, scroll up and down to zoom in and out, Spacebar and the mouse to click and drag to move around what you're looking at, and then you're using the pen tool to connect all of those dots to draw. You're creating a new layer when you do that. So you're not doing it on the original piece, all right? So this is a non-destructive way that you're doing this design, all right? And then, but make sure that I've had some students do it where they've got the red on the inside and it ends up making a different design, okay? So, I mean, you can show me you understand how to do it, but I want to see that you understand the concept of a fill color versus a stroke color, okay? That's it.